Welcome to this Rise and Shine yoga class, mobility and stretch. We'll be spending about 30 seconds each in the stretches. Research indicates that might maximize our flexibility. So we'll do that today after a little bit of mobility for each kind of muscle group or area of focus. If you have a strap or Theraband or scarf, anything nice and long, you can use that in this practice for hamstring openers and a few other things. And it's nice to have a blanket out on the mat, especially first thing in the morning. It might be hard to get out of bed. And then lie down on your mat and stretch those arms overhead as if first waking up in the morning. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe bring on a yawn. Let it become real. It might be already. Mhm. And then stretch the right side long and then the left and right and left. Continue to alternate, exploring the sides of the body. Long, deep breathing to open up through the ribs. Sometimes they get a little congested overnight. And then pause and slide the legs over to the left. Arms arc over in that same direction for Banasana. Heavy the pelvis. And maybe you don't go as deep this morning, but if you'd like, you could always cross that right leg over and clasp the right wrist to deepen. But it is early. Long, deep breathing. See if that sensation of stretch starts to change. Another 2 breaths. That'll vary based on your pace. Final wide inhale. And exhale, return to center. Circle those arms round, hug the knees in just once. And glide those heels along the earth. Long body stretch again. And lengthen left side and right side. Left and right. And pause and curve over to the right this time. And there's still length despite the curve. You feel like you're crunching, come out of it, and then return with a little more length in the body. Cross that left leg if you'd like. And you feel this all the way from the fingertips down the side of the body to the waist. Maybe even down that left leg to the outer foot. Trace that line. Few more breaths. Another deep inhale. And a full exhale. Squeeze out all the air. And return to center. Circle those arms round, hug those knees, and again. Let's plant that left foot. Hug right knee in, lengthen leg and bend, lengthen and bend. And with this lengthen and bend, really squeeze in. So you're actually activating a bit through the hamstring when the heel comes toward the back of that thigh or buttocks. Let's pause and squeeze and pulse in on the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen that leg and take that strap around the foot, the arch of the foot and the forefoot, not just on the toes. We don't want it to snap back at you. Okay. And those arms can ground, upper arms to the earth here. And reach that leg away just a little and draw it in. Reach away and draw. And if you have a strap, this will be smaller. It can be bigger with a Theraband, which can be kind of nice. So if you happen to have one of those, you could come down lower. Just a few more. Active press into the strap. One more time, that leg comes in and we'll stay. That leg continues to reach into that strap. Soften the shoulders as much as you're able. About halfway there, maybe deepen a little more. Another breath in and exhale. Release the band just a little bit so there's less tension on the band. Take it in the right hand. Maybe you can even ground the back of that arm again. Maybe, maybe not. Open the leg with some control and then squeeze it towards center. Open and squeeze. So still this active, a little bit activity before the stretch. I'm still getting some well active. It's more integrated, connected. Let's do 3. Use your center. 2. Last one, reach out to side, return, and stay out to the side. Doesn't have to be very far. Use that strap to control the depth. About halfway there. Long, deep breathing. Another breath in. That arm might be working. And exhale, return to center. Take the strap in the opposite hand. Maybe open and close that other hand a few times. This left knee could stay bent or the leg could go long, whatever you'd like. Today I'm keeping mine bent. That leg will come across to the left and return, across and return. And here it's small. We keep the hips grounded. So even if that leg is long, small range of motion, you can anchor through that leg, either press through the foot or the whole length of the leg presses down with the ankle flexed. Let's do 3. Use some of the muscles. 2. Last one. Return, then come across and stay. Sense the outside of that leg. The breath has become staggered. Come out of it a little, out of the posture a bit. 2 more breaths or so, depending on your pace. Another inhale. And exhale to return to center. Release that strap from the foot. Hug the knee in again toward the chest. Lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend. One more time, lengthen and rebend. That opposite leg can go long here. Arms can outstretch with some of control from the center, and through a rock of the hips, come over toward the left-hand side to some degree and return. Let the hips roll this time so that right hip will lift. A little massage for the back of the sacrum. And seeing how you feel with this rotation. Open across the arms. And then stay in the rotation this time, adjust as you need. Let the shoulders sink toward the earth as best you can. Head heavy. Sense compression in that left side of the body, the liver side. Great for the lymphatic system. Doesn't have its own pump. One more inhale. Exhale. Return to the spine. That foot can find the earth for a moment. Maybe it opens up into a supine tree as the hands press together and reach overhead. And circle the arms round to hug that right knee in toward the chest. One time, lengthen it. Flex through the ankle, perhaps lower with control, that leg long. Arms reach overhead again. Circle those arms around and then hug both knees into chest. Pause here for transverse colon, maybe a little rock side to side. And that right foot will plant. Hug that right knee in toward you. Lengthen and bend. Lengthen, bend. So a few times. One more time. Reach, point and flex the toes. And the knee can return and toward the chest so you can wrap that band around that arch of the foot and lengthen. And then that little swing away and toward the body. Although I say swing, do this with control. A few more. Press your opposite foot. Let's do 2. Final time, draw in and stay. Move forehead, let the eyes rest. Two more breaths. Final inhale and exhale to release the strap slightly, clasp it in the left hand, open the leg to any degree and close. Open and close. Muscles are engaged. Try to keep the other thigh steady. Mine keeps swaying this way, side to side. Press foot down, pelvis heavy. Anchored. Let's do one more. Return, then open and pause. Notice if the side is different than the other. There's often, slight imbalances. That's natural. Yoga and methods similar to yoga can help with those imbalances. Inhale, exhale fully. Breathe in and out. As you return with that leg, change hands. You can always lengthen out that right leg if you'd like. And the left leg will come across just a little and return. Pelvis remains on the mat in either variation. Slow is best. Take your time. Let's do two more. Last one, across, and we'll just stay. That leg reaches longer. The knee will want to bend. Keep leg long. Another breath in. And sigh it out as you return. Soften that strap. Remove it from the foot. Knee can draw in toward chest. Yeah, just reach and bend. Reach and bend. More time. Lengthen. Return. Pulse, pulse, pulse in on the belly. And lengthen that right leg. Release the arms into a T. That leg comes in line with the hip socket as you come across to the right and then open. Across and open. Let's do one more and remain in the rotation. Another inhale. Exhale. Widen the breath. And then contract, squeeze out all the air. Find your spine. Another knee hug. Lengthen body out, long stretch, and roll onto belly. Stretching almost every area today, as much as we can get to. Prop yourself up onto the forearms for Sphinx to lengthen through the fronts of the legs. For some people, this can be enough, or perhaps you lower the head down. Quadricep stretch, or kind of a bow. If you're very tight in the quadriceps, you could take the band around the ankle and clasp it this way. Oops, I'm gonna put it around the foot. This way, okay? Or hand clasps or reaches back. Little lift through torso. Half bow, lower to hover. Little lift and hover. It's a few more like this. 2. Last one, stretch and lower and press the pelvis more firmly into the mat. This is an area we're often very tight. Tightness in the front line can even be responsible for back pain. So stretch your front line. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath in. And out. Release. We'll switch sides. So if you'd like to have that strap wrapped around ankle, feel free to do so. Okay. Or clasp. Clasp the ankle. Almost easier to do that if you do have the flexibility. And then inhale lift. Exhale lower. A few more. Let's do 3, 2. Last one, lift. And then really press pelvis down. The hand presses into the shin presses back. Few more breaths. How long can you make this final inhale? And exhale. Release that leg. Press up into Sphinx. Lower right back down. Hands slide toward the body as you press yourself into a tabletop, a little raw. And pause. That right leg will lengthen and draw it through between the hands. Come into a 90-90 lunge here. And let's work with the upper body a little in this lunge if you'd like to have that addition. Otherwise, you could stay. Okay. You have that strap. Lift and reach overhead and return. Lift and return. You can do this slower, Just ensure the ribs draw toward pelvis. The shoulders feel happy with the range of motion. You might find over time they also reach further back behind you. And that could be to any degree. Next time you're overhead or in behind, pause. Another inhale. And exhale to return the arms to stretch overhead if they're not already there. Release the strap from the left hand, bend the right elbow, clasp the strap lower so that you can get into tricep. You could also do this without a strap. If you go higher, it'll become more intense. Can you even resist a little if it's a Theraband, especially with that right arm? Can resist a little bit. Keep an active stretch. Their breath in and fully out. Fully in and out. Let that go. Hands can come to the earth. Maybe you wiggle that knee further behind you. And then slide that leg back and then rock. Opposite side, that left leg will lengthen and draw the knee through. Plant the foot, roll up into your 90-90. Press through your foundations of foot and shin. That'll help take it out of the kneecap. Could stay here or add some arm mobility. Strap out in front. Reach overhead and return. So this might give you a nice stretch. Or if the ribs are integrated so they're not flaring, you might go further. It'll also depend on what you have, band, Theraband, or strap or scarf. Because it might be a bit stretchy. So you might reach back further. Is the breath still long and strong? If so, you're in the right place. If not, smaller range of motion. Last time, reach either overhead or in behind. Another inhale. And exhale to return. Arms reach up. Release strap from right hand this time, only to clasp or wrap that arm behind the body and clasp it. Clasp the strap again. You decide how much tension you would like here. Notice also if upper body stretches affect your breathing pattern. One more breath in. And fully out. Let that go. Hands ground. Maybe slide back knee further behind you if it serves. And draw that leg in. have a seat. Really getting to everything today. Let's take those hands and wrap them around the left shin and start to rock. You might just cross in front and lean forward. That might give you some stretch through the behind there, or cross, fire log, little lean and come out a little lean and come out. And then pause in the stretch. Ground through the hips and lengthen through the crown. Another breath in. And exhale to sit up. Plant those feet and windshield wash through the legs. Becoming too relaxed. Windshield wash through the legs. And now that left leg will tuck underneath. Cradle the right one. And perhaps leg in front or stack. An ankle is flexed. Maybe a little rock. And stay. Inhale. And exhale to find a tall spine. Plant that foot. Other one is parallel to it. And let the legs sway. Return to a seated position. And take that left arm across. Draw it back into its socket. Open that arm. And then opposite arm reaches across, draw it back. Another chest opener here. It tends to be a tighter area. And roll the shoulders. Drop the chin. Take the head over to one side. And sweep it the opposite way. Final time. Return to center. Stack the neck. Perhaps take a little seated meditation here. Maybe index to thumb. Other fingers extended. Take another breath in and out. In out. Final breath in. And exhale to smile. Arms can circle. Hands press together, draw them to the forehead. May our thoughts come from our hearts. Draw the hands to the mouth and throat. May our words be kind, yet empowered. And to the heart, may what we do and say and think come from this place more and more every day. Thank you for practicing with me today. Sat Nam. If you enjoyed this practice, check out the stretch classes, yin classes, and maybe even the mat time yoga, very mobility focused. We're doing that kind of gentle movement around the mat. So hopefully we'll see you again soon.